Hey guys, this is Zobymaruu. Welcome back to another episode of Vintagecraft. It's time to finally terraform this ground underneath the dragon, and I've been having some help from Maple here. That down there is about 10 stacks of snow already, and it's not even like half of it. So we need a lot more. Maple's actually gonna be building right there where that crafting table is, and across that bridge over to that area over there. So we're gonna have a nice little neighbor, finally.
Hello.
But until then, we're going to be working on this because, as I've heard from Scar's video and like one of his newest ones, terraform the area is like 80% of making a cool build. And I've been 100% focusing on making this a cool build. So let's start doing some terraforming. Those trees have got to go.
On it, Chief.
Thanks.
I can't.
So, Abigail,
So,
I've commissioned you here on this day to create an awesome looking thing.
no promises. I'll try my best.
So I think what we need is a river of ice flowing through here. Blaine is having a lot of troubles. Do you need help? You good, mate? I was kind of thinking maybe we could have like a pond down here. We're just messing around with deadly things. Okay. Would it seem awkward if there was like a river, a lake, or pond or something underneath the dragon?
Look at this from up high real quick.
Ooh, that's a good idea. See, look at you. I knew I hired you for a reason. I'm not paying you.
That's okay.
I think it should be bigger, the pond.
Yeah, definitely. Snow comment.
Snow comment.
Snow comment.
Are you trying your best?
Sorry, Amy. I don't really know.
It called me Amy.
I'm gonna start calling you that.
What's my name?
You're asking me? Amy?
You have it programmed that way?
You want to know the reason why it's calling me Amy?
Sure.
Because in my contacts, I wanted a way to find myself easily.
Oh.
Like get to know my own phone number. So what I did is I put my phone number as a contact in my own thing, and I named it to AA me, so that the AA would put it at the top of the list.
Yeah.
So now my phone's calling me Amy.
I don't have that problem.
Ooh.
Where's that spider?
Arachnistethicus.
Oh my god! Did you do that on purpose?
Maybe. Don't shoot me. Alright, so with the help of Maple and Abigail, we have now done a great deal of work on the front, our front yard, our doorstep, our stoop, I don't know. But anyways, to briefly go over everything that we did, we replaced all the grass in the area with snow and added a nice little ice spike. We have a ice waterfall come from up here, so it's like this is the reason why there's a pond here, because it fell down from up here, which is, I'm gonna say, is kind of Maple's area, so I'm gonna leave that for him to decide, or we can decide together, or whatever. So this comes down here, we have the pond, and then that leads down over here into the water that's already there. And it's like when it fell in, it kind of froze the area around a little bit. So that's pretty cool. I like that. There's still more. I would like to add more trees and more spikes, considering there's only 2 spikes. Maybe a spike here, maybe a spike there, and trees like those ones somewhere. But that is going to be at a later time. So for now, what I'm going to do, or what needs to be done, is to remove the dragon. It's far too obstructive. So if we come up here, you can see that, yeah, it's super cool. You walk through here, but then you can't just walk to where you need to go. You have to crawl out and around through the mouth, and it's more difficult. It's an unneeded difficulty, and I'm sad to see that the pot will have to go. Oh no! But I'm gonna get to work on this, and we'll be good. So I just started turning this down, and I was actually really curious on how they did this. Make it shoot fire out of its mouth. So, time to break this open. And it appears to be... Wait, what? Oh, it's a tiny little clock. Oh! That's super simple. Nice job. So we have all the resources from the prank, and by no means is this a small prank. It didn't seem like that much, just covering this little thing, but it took quite a bit actually. So yeah, took over 9 stacks. So that's pretty crazy. I've cleared up this whole area except for the armor stands and the teeth on the bottom. I actually kind of like this. I might add this into a permanent thing. I felt like, yeah, that's actually really cool. I think I would have to bring in the bottom jaw a little bit because I think it's a little bit too big for the top. But I think it's pretty good now. So now it's finally back to the way it should be, and we can get a good look of what the base looks like in total. So this is the way you're supposed to be coming from. Maybe we could make like a little walk path that'll lead up this way. But you're supposed to go up. I guess the official way is right there. You know, this is supposed to be it, but it's a broken bridge. You can't really get to it. So this is the way you get to the base. Da-da, da-da. Intimidating, intimidating. Ooh. I'll have to make this into some kind of official way up. But man alive, that's good. I like that. Oh yeah. I also went around and added a little bit of ice, kind of like embedded into the crust or something. As if the whole thing is made out of ice, and then there's a stone shell on it. Because this is where I started with, and then I got a suggestion to do that like all over the place, starting up from the bottom, having not much, and then as you get to the top, you get more and more. So there's some right there. There's also there's some right there, some right there. Maybe I could add some along here. I'm just looking for big flat spots just to spice it up a little bit. Because as you see here, it's like the stone like wasn't enough to like cover it completely, so it peeked through a little bit. So I think that here would be a good spot. But if you're wondering what this big honkin' flat area here is, this is going to be the final floor of the base. This is going to be where a cathedral is going to stand tall up to the build limit, which is right there. That's the build limit. What we're going to do, oh, I don't have it on me, is we're going to enlist Tilted's Tinkering Service. Tilted Wings Designer Service now available, where I come to your place and decorate using customizable armor stands. All prices vary, but is a guaranteed good price. So basically, it's an armor stand customizing service, and I'm going to enlist Tilted, because right here, where this iron block is, I want an iron throne from Game of Thrones. So, yeah, I'm going to have Tilted make it out of either stone or iron swords. Iron would make the most sense, but it would be pretty bright. I think stone would probably be the best. Then, we can take a tour through what's happened, because a lot has happened. If we go down here, there's going to be a library here, and there's some extra space. I don't know what can go here, but I'm not sure about this yet. I'm gonna have to enlist the help of someone because I don't really know how to design a library. So the path leads up there this way. You can either split off that way or go this way to more tunnel. Here you can see the ice from the outside, so that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll do something with that. Coming down here, we have our charged creeper, and we have the floor finally covered in. That over there is kind of a secret, so I'm not going to really show that yet. We have our polar bears here, nice and safe. And up this way, we have a nice little cavernous area, which is pretty cool. And we have our water. Finally, before it was just a circle here, and it looked really ugly. So now it's partly covered, and I like that a lot more. Naturally, over here, we can now update our map. So, let's do it. Boom. Whoa. Nice. Here we have our beautiful brick structure that every base needs. This way, we have our little down cove or something, which I've had Laz over, and he helped me break this down to the lower room. And now there's a nice ice waterfall going down here, leading into this room, which I think I'm going to repurpose from a bedroom, since there's kind of no bed, and make it into specialty items storage. So I'm going to have, for example, Tilted's book somewhere in this room. I'm going to have iron stands, or armor stands, all that kind of jazz. So there's specialty items. Then here we have the room every base needs, the headroom. And it's also a mixture of a music room. So I've made a little bit of redstone to make the lights go on, and then oops. So that's pretty cool. That just goes down here. Real simple thing. We have an observer block right there that leads into redstone over here and goes into the piston, and then that since it's a one-tick pulse, it spits it out and leaves it here. So that turns the lights on, so that these power the blocks here with the lights right above them. And then we have an inverter, which leads to a note block. So when you turn it off, when you put a disc in, it powers it and turns this off. Then when you pull it out, it sucks it back, and then it activates the redstone. Then over here, over this way, we have a full ice farm. I'm not going to collect that right now, but this is now hooked up to no blocks. I love it. It's from it's the Legend of Zelda like Discovery Tune or something. And Etho had it in his single player world like 7 years ago or something, and I just had to put it in mine. So what we have here is a pressure plate, which leads into redstone over here. I have a button here, and just in a line, just goes down, down, down. So yeah, pretty simple, pretty easy, and definitely effective. So I love that. So every time you collect your ice, you throw it in there. Oh, I think that was lag. So before I end the video, I just want to do one final thing, which is to show you the progress on King Sparrow Isle. I said this would be a stream build, but I haven't really been streaming at all. I just want to keep on working on it. So what we have here is our gateway up. We have it in place. All this is finished, even though it looks kind of unfinished, but that's just the way it looks. Down here is all connected to the water. Well, not to the ground, but just to the water. It'll be a major undertaking to get it to go to the ground. Under here, it's I'll just connect like that, and we have our gates here. In the game, the gates are closed all the time. I think I'm probably gonna open this up so it's more accessible. But I just put those there as a temporary holding thing. I had this going like way out over there, and then once I built this in, I figured out that it needs to come way in. It's actually supposed to come this path. This is a pathway leading up. It's actually supposed to come from this way, which I'm probably gonna do actually, and just leave that as like stone. But it was way overbuilt, so I just tore it down and put a little marker to show where it needs to go. But yeah, this is coming along quite nicely, and so is the base. So all in due time. It all takes good time. So for now, I'd just like to say thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to button up to, of course, subscribe for more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time.